Hey, what's up everyone? This is DCSG 81 and today we'll take a look at this, the Amazing Spider-Man Venom.
Yeah, Venom.
Okay, which is from Mafex. Okay, so this is the latest one that has been released by Mafex. It has been delayed since I believe it should be released since August.
Yes.
Okay, and yep, and so it actually got delayed. I'm pretty glad they didn't delay it anymore. So it's a pretty good looking figure. Okay, but let's go through the box first. So as for the box, I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's pretty much similar to the one that was made for the Amazing Spider-Man, the comic version. So they have all this very comical design, which I really like. This one, you can see. Die Spider-Man. Okay, so it even has this label like how the comics one looks like, but they put the 88 Mafex, so I believe this is the 88 piece that has been released by Mafex so far for the 112 scale. So at the side we have the Venom pose here, and of course we have another Venom pose here. Okay, and at the back, wow, okay, so this is very nice. We have all the figures poses, as you can see, and it does comes with a magnetic hands and legs as well. So let's get this open.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the figure right out of the box. Let's take a closer look. Okay, from the first glance, it looks like he's having a short neck. Okay, but now that I look further, it seems to be okay. Maybe just a slightly shorter neck. And before I give any comments, let's take a look at the overall first. The head looks pretty good, especially if you can take a look at the tip. It looks very detailed, and from the portion here, it does look like the mouth jaw can be opened, but I don't think so. Yep, it's just the way it's sculpted, and I just love this the spider emblems here, and pretty much black. I don't think there's any shading, and even if it is, I mean, even if there are, I don't think we can see it, but it looks like a very good kind of black though. Okay, so now after we take a look at the figure, I'll give my comment. And
We love it.
Okay, I know you love it, but I don't really love this look, because the Venom that I like is actually I like it a little bit more buffer. Okay, so I know this one is actually the comic look that we can see on the screen now is very similar to that look, but I actually prefer something that a lot more buffer, especially like the one that it shows from the Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure. Yeah, I actually like that one more, and I actually love my Venoms to have a little bit of the symbiotes tendril coming out of him, not like this clean, but it's still a pretty good looking figure, I believe, because I think they're trying to just capture the classic look of the Venom, and I think they did a pretty good job. Okay, so let's take a look at the articulations. Okay, so for the articulation, let's start with the heads, and his head can actually pretty much free flow. And
What are you doing?
okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you can actually see he can turn left and right, and pretty much look down this much and look up this much. And so the hand, there's a butterfly joint, we can see that. Okay, so he can pretty much turn forward like a lot, okay, and backwards not much, but it's the forward movement that is important. And there's a bicep swivel here, double joint elbow, pretty standard. Okay, and the hands can move as well. And of course, there's a two joint here, so he can pretty much turn forward like a lot, and there's no opening of any gap, which is great. Okay, and he also can turn pretty much backward, and there's starting to show some gap, but because the whole figure is black, so it's not that visible. Okay, and then the leg can pretty much kick forward like a lot. Okay, and he can't really do a split, but you can actually no, not good. Yeah, just this much. Okay, and then there's a double joint knee. Okay, very good. A movement on the leg, and of course a toe hinge. Okay, whoop, this one came out, but nothing broken, don't worry. Okay, so this is yep, looking very articulable, and maybe as good as the Spider-Man, of course. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. Okay, so this Venom actually comes with quite a lot of things. Yeah, it's very nice. So you can actually see. Let's go through the hands first. So at first I thought the hands that comes with the figure is actually the claw hands, but it is not. This, I think this is considered the relaxed hand, because there's another set of hands that looks more like a claw, like, you know, when he is attacking Spider-Man. So there's just a slight difference. This one, the fingers are more like the attack mode, and this one is more of the relaxed kind of hand. So I take this as a relaxed hands. And then we have the fist hand, of course. And this hands, I believe, is for when he's swinging and holding his webbing. And this is I'm not sure, it looks like it's for webbing as well, but it's too big of a grab, so it might be for grabbing something that we don't know what is it. Okay, and of course it comes with a pair of legs with the magnets, and a pair of hands for the magnets as well. Okay, and then for the webbings, I'm very happy about it, because they actually give us the webbing that is supposed to look like, which have the this kind of design. Because if you remember on the comics, the webbings are never just plain straight kind of things. Even for Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken, the Amazing Spider-Man from Mafex do not come with this as well. It's just a straight normal webbing, but this Venom actually comes with the correct kind of webbing that we see in the comic. So this is actually for the shooting webbings from his hands, and this longer ones is actually for the swinging pose. See, these are the correct webbing looks. Well done, Mafex. And then we have two alternate heads. One is the Eddie Brooke, the unmask, not the unmask, I mean the web actually drained from him. Handsome! Yep, he's looking pretty good. And then actually I hope for the webbing that actually covers part of his face, like what you see on the screen now. That would be so cool. And the other head is just one with the smiling. What? Yes, sorry Venom, there's no tongue. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so we're actually hoping for one that comes with the tongue, but it doesn't. Okay, so and at the end, of course, Mafex, unlike SH figures, always give a base, a stand, sorry. Okay, so that's all for the accessory. It's quite a lot for, I mean, Mafex usually give us a lot of options to play with. Okay, so the first size comparison, I'll compare him
What are you looking at, Spider-Man?
Okay, sorry, chill down, man. Okay, I'm comparing him with the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man from the comic version, as well as the Mafex Iron Spider from the MCU Spider-Man. Okay, so the next one we'll have the SH Figuarts, the Homecoming Spider-Man in the homemade suit, as well as
blah blah blah.
Okay, and as well as the recent Far From Home Spider-Man. Right up next, I'll compare him with the Marvel Legend 2-pack Spider-Man with the MJ. And then we have this Spider-Man Far From Home, which I actually repainted.
Looks ugly.
Okay, thank you for that, Venom. And yep, I repainted it. So this is the Far From Home. And next, we have this Spider-Man, which is the Yamaguchi Revoltech Spider-Man.
How many Spider-Man do you have?
Okay, sorry. This is the last Spider-Man that I have. So he's actually looking pretty in scale, even though this is a bigger in size. Okay, so my final verdict for this Venom is it will be a pretty average because of several reasons, I will say later. And so I'll give him a 7.5 out of 10. It's because
Why?
Yep, I'm going to tell you the reason, Venom. Okay, so firstly, of course, it's because of the body shape that I mentioned earlier. I actually wish for a buffer Venom, especially at the upper chest size. If he's just slightly bigger, then he looks quite good. And then second is the head sculpt doesn't comes with a tongue.
I agree.
Yep, I'm glad you agree with me. And then the third one is when I play with him just now, I actually felt that the lower leg portion here is actually pretty limited in terms of articulations. Yeah, I was trying to do some squatting pose and it doesn't really work out. Yep, so I think 7.5 is pretty good. And the best thing about this Venom is the webbing that I mentioned is actually an improved version compared to all the Spider-Man that Mafex has made. This is a very good one. And of course, with the magnetic legs and arms, it added more playability for this figure. Yep, so
You sucks.
yeah, that's my opinion. Sorry about that. Okay, so thank you for watching this review. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and leave me a comment if you have any other further question about him. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you like my content so far. And thank you to our guest tonight, Venom.
We'll eat your brain.
Okay, yep. And hope you enjoy your time. Okay, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.